He buys the 1/18 scale and then builds his car to match the 1/18. That's incredible. What's up, buddy?
Hey, JC.
Hey, let's do it. Are you guys ready for car shops and collections?
I am.
I am too, because we got a 1970 El Camino. Bud is the owner. He is around the corner here, so why don't we just cut the small talk. Gene, I'm gonna follow you because you have the actual address to Bud's house. So
got it.
You get in your car, I'll get in my car, and we'll go see Bud and do car shops and collections. A 1970 El Camino. Let's do it. Oh, I see it. I see the 1970 El Camino. Here's the thing about Bud. We met Bud at a car show, what, about 2 weeks ago?
A week ago. Yeah, last episode.
Saw this El Camino, so we have to come film it, and he goes, I got a couple more. What do you mean, a couple more? He's got 12 other cars. Bud has a car collection, including that Magnum right there, Hemi. Look at this, 1970 El Camino. Woo-hoo! Wow.
You know what? The other thing that drew us to it was there was a 1/18 scale version sitting on it.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Bud? How you doing, man? This is really cool, man. Thank you. Thanks for having us, buddy. How's it going? Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you again.
You remember Gene?
Hey, good to see you again. Yep.
Yeah, let's do it, man. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get you mic'd up and have some fun.
Hello, I'm Bud Herdick. This is my 70 Chevy El Camino, and I have some more toys to show you.
Bud, thanks again, man.
Hey,
this is great, man. I appreciate
You're welcome. You're welcome.
As we said, we just met a week ago, and here we are at your house to break down your 1970 El Camino. Let's do this. Let's pull it out so it's fully in the sun. I don't want any shadows affecting the shot.
Sure.
Because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous El Camino. El Camino came out in 1959. It was here from 1959 to 1960. Nice little sound right there as we start up. Right in the street, Gene, you think?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is at 1970. This is Gen 3 of the El Camino. They stopped in 1960, picked back up in 1964, and ran all the way until 1987. Gen 3 starts in 68, and then it was 69, you get the SS. 70, you get the SS with the 454. Right. To me, this is one of the most iconic El Caminos available.
It's a favorite of mine. I had a 69 back in the day, got it all painted up and looking real good, and I took it to work on the very first day after I finished it, and a customer walked in the door and said, "Who owns the El Camino in the parking lot?" And I was worried that it had been hit.
Yeah, right, my heart just stopped and told that
he
story.
goes, I had one growing up and I want to buy it for my son, and I need that car. And I go, well, it's not for sale. And you know, the typical thing, everything's for sale.
Yep.
Before you knew it, I had some cash in my pocket, and I was without my El Camino. And later in life, I said, well, if I ever have a chance to find another one, I will. And on my 60th birthday, I was surfing eBay and found this in Florida, and it took me 6 months to negotiate the deal.
Yeah?
Yeah, he wanted a lot more than I was willing to give him. But 6 months, I hammered him down, and yeah.
And here we are right now.
Here we are right now.
It is, so we say it's an El Camino SS. This is a tribute, though. It's not a true SS. You built it as an SS.
Right. The front clip is an SS, so all the body work from the doors forward are an SS, grille, the headlights, cowl induction hood.
But we met you at the car show. Let's walk around it too, because it's beautiful. But we met you at the car show. You had a 1/18 scale of an El Camino.
I do.
Then that's an SS model.
Yeah. It's right behind the seat.
Oh, it's here?
Yeah.
Okay, get it out. 'Cause this is such a great story. Because how many people, you build your car, right? And you buy a car, and then you buy the 1/18 scale to match your car. Here's what Bud does. He buys the 1/18 scale and then builds his car to match the 1/18. That's incredible.
The 1/18 scale had a white top.
Okay.
I taped it off and used the same product.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Rhino Line.
Up top here?
I did that. Yeah.
That's great.
Then I'll tell you about these wheels.
Yeah.
Of course, these are Chevy rally wheels.
Right.
Featured on 70s Corvettes.
Okay.
This is off a 78 Corvette pace car. The pace car was the silver and the black.
Absolutely.
And the reason you can tell is this inner ring right here that's in the wheel with the paint, that only came on the 78 pace car.
Okay.
After that, it was just smooth. And then I added the trim piece. But when you see...
knockoff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I added to
SS.
pick up the theme.
And when I say knockoff, if people aren't familiar, knockoff, you knock it off with a hammer, right? To get it off? Yeah.
But the other thing that drew me to this car, of course, I'm a fan of Chevy, I'm a fan of El Camino, the body style, the color, but El Caminos are a utility vehicle.
Yes, yep.
In 1970, the person that bought this from the Chevy dealership they bought it from, it wasn't gonna be a show car. It wasn't even gonna be a drag car because it's not an SS. It probably was gonna be a truck.
Yeah.
Carrying stuff. Maybe helping the guy be a plumber, electrician. Check out the bed.
Was this?
There isn't a flaw in the bed.
Wait, this is the original
bed?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I rhino lined it. It was white paint under there.
Are you kidding
No
me?
body work, no dents.
Whoa!
No dents. The panels all come off.
Can I open up the back?
Yeah.
So this is really neat too when it comes to opening up the bed of your El Camino. It's inside here, which I love because it keeps everything flush. You know, it doesn't take anything away from the... Yeah! Look at this. And then if you come inside here too, a lot of the El Caminos, there'll be rust, stuff will be not looking good inside here in this jam here, and that's great.
Not bad for 53, 54 years old.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a car in the front. It's a truck in the
in the
back,
back.
like Rancheros and El Caminos. But obviously the person that bought this,
Can we see inside?
yeah.
Okay.
That's all original too, except
it?
for the little center console and the steering wheel.
Gina, I'll let you go on the driver's side over there. I
me
like
open the
how
door.
you have bench style seats because when you only have this front cab, you want an extra spot for a third person. I know the bucket seats are available, but I like the bench style.
Yeah.
So you can fit that third person if need be. So this is all original inside here.
All original. Well, the 3 extra gauges on that little pod, the console, where the cup holders are, and the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's exactly the way it sat on the showroom floor in 1970. Original carpet, headliner, door panels. When you close that door, sometimes the handle falls off. It's that original.
But this is amazing.
The dash has no cracks.
There are, and this is a Vegas car.
Well,
Here-
it was a Florida car.
Florida car.
And I don't know where it was before that, but it's been a Vegas car for the last 4 years.
But here's something even rarer than the condition of this El Camino is the fact that Bud is a Vegas guy, born and raised, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
born and raised.
Here's something really cool. Well, the Gen 4 El Caminos, the spare tire, they had it behind the passenger seat. Yep. That's a trip. And they also offered a swivel seat. So if you had a bucket seat in Gen 4, it was a swivel, so it spins out, so it's easier to get in and slide into your El Camino.
Obviously, this one was more of the basic model. Bench seat, no swivel like you're talking about. But you can make them look good.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Functioning hood pins.
Such a cool look. In 1971, I love the 4 headlights.
Yeah, 70 has the 4.
Iconic.
Yeah, 71 you only have, you go 1.
1 on each side, yeah, 2 total, yeah,
Total instead of 4.
But this is awesome, man. Thanks for doing this today.
Just a basic 400 small block. No frills, no AC. There's not even the plumbing for it. So this car was meant to be on the East Coast.
Yep.
And I believe it was probably somebody's vehicle that they made a living with.
Yeah.
But how they took care of the bed is beyond. Yeah.
The bed's in perfect condition.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this because I know you have a couple other cars in your collection.
I do.
I think you said you're gonna make a calendar with all your cars.
that was
So
my
why don't we
goal.
just take a little walk around Bud's beautiful compound here and check out some of the other vehicles. El Camino fans, what do you think of this? Also, I did want to bring up in the late 70s, there was a Black Knight edition of the El Camino.
Okay.
Which was only here for 1 year. And it was black with gold trim, and the hood of it had these 2 knights in gold trim that kind of looked like the Screaming Chicken for a Trans Am. It was here for a year. The problem is that Chevy didn't realize that Black Knight is a Marvel comic book character, so they had to discontinue it. And then it became the Royal Knight after that. Anyone have a Black Knight El Camino? We gotta see that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be iconic and rare.
Yeah, very rare.
Yeah, and GMC makes a version of an El Camino called the Sprint.
Do they really?
Yeah, and you know how like GM trucks, they change the interior and they change the grille, but it's just a Chevy truck. And the El Camino has a baby brother.
And it's just a GMC?
A GMC, and it's called the Sprint.
Is it really?
And it's all the body work, everything except for the grille, and it says GMC.
No kidding.
I don't know how many they made.
Anyone got one of those and no one is, let us know. We got to find that.
Yeah. When I go get groceries, this is my grocery getter. Station wagon.
07?
07 Dodge Magnum Hemi RT. They only made the Magnum body style for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of them were just V6s, and that's a big, long, heavy car. And it wasn't a big V6, not like a twin turbo or anything. Yeah. So this thing is all full of motor.
You got leather package inside here?
The wheels are off a Chrysler 300C. Okay. Polished 20s, and did a little mesh grille here and two-toned the paint. And I can show you the Hemi. Yeah, it takes up all the space.
I think these are going to be one of the next big collector items. This is going to be, I think this is going to be, in the collector's world, I think if they're going to catch on, if they're not catching on already. This is the 07. This is what's wild. They stopped making them, and wow, that takes up everything, huh? Yeah. There's not much room in there.
No.
Dang.
But it hauls the mail. It'll get you from here to there.
Yeah, this is a nice grocery getter.
Yes, yeah.
Who wants to be Bud when they grow up? Seriously. He's got his El Camino. He gets his groceries and his Dodge Magnum here. What else do you have in your collection?
This is my 1999 Chevy C3500, 1-ton dually, 8-foot bed, full doors, 4 full doors. So we're looking at, I don't know, a block and a half of body.
Yeah, it's a lot of real estate.
There's a lot of real estate, yeah. And these are pretty special wheels. They're from a company called Brent's Wheels out of Texas. Shortly after I got my set, they no longer were in business.
No kidding.
So there's not a lot of those out there.
So rare wheels.
Yeah, and I had them powder coated to pick up the paint scheme, and you'll notice that front wheel, it's, how would you put air in that front wheel?
Oh yeah, where's he gonna pop it off?
It's in the inside.
Is it, so you have to pop this off in order to put
No, that's a solid billet wheel. You have to turn the tire all the way lock to lock, find the valve stem, air it up, and roll it some more and do the other side.
No
it's
kidding.
Kind of a pain. But
well, they look inflated.
Yeah. This is an 89 Chevy C1500 half-ton. Chevy called the Stepsides in this era sport sides. I've changed it a couple of times. The interior, that's the original motor, just with some bling. And the only thing I'm putting in this thing is a water pump and a battery and a starter.
That's cool, man.
And it's got like almost 200,000 miles.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I've had this since new. I was gonna put this in a vehicle, and then I realized I'd rather cook a hamburger on it. So it's actually a barbecue grill.
We've got Buddy, Buddy in the Lights. It's a car club here in town. And Billy was a 68, 67 Camaro, and he's got a gas-powered margarita machine. Right. So I think we need that and this together to have one hell of a barbecue.
And when you're cooking your burgers, the smoke comes out the pipes. It's really cool. Yeah. So these are my C5 Corvettes. The silver one started life as an all-black car, black interior and black paint, black engine, black everything. And I just started changing it, changing the wheels, tires, suspension. Carbon fiber hood, ground effects, Carroll Shelby leather seats, roll bars. The motor is no longer black because I can't leave anything alone.
Are you doing all the work yourself?
I can bolt stuff on and make stuff real pretty.
Yeah.
I can't like go into the motor and change out a cam or anything.
Yeah.
But
that is gorgeous.
Suspension stuff, graphics, wheels, tires, brakes, stuff like that.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah. Then this I found at a car show. A guy was having to sell it because he was moving his daughter back to Indianapolis. And this thing has something special. Hello.
That.
Hello.
Did that come like that?
No, he had that done right before.
Yeah, I figured it come from the factory, but he did that or you did that?
No, he did that. He had it, he drove it all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana to Houston, Texas. And shop did it over a weekend, and he stayed in a motel and drove it all the way back to Indianapolis, then drove it to Vegas, Then he took it to a car show and I bought it. But
That's great.
he, like I, can't leave stuff alone, so that's what that one looks like.
Whoa.
That is not pin. That is real pinstripe
real
paint,
pinstripe right
and the paint on the valve covers is
Here?
the valve covers are painted just like the
Yeah.
side of the car. Real paint, real. The guy that owned this car and painted it and pinstriped is a guy named Bob Taylor. He passed away a couple years ago, but he owns House of Color Body and Paint in Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's a real famous pinstriper. And this was his personal car.
Was it?
Yeah, and he painted it and then he sold it and now I own it. So this one's got gull-wing doors. The wheels are 2015 Z06 Corvette wheel that come gloss black. Well, I can't leave anything alone, and I'm a red wheel guy.
Yeah, we're picking
so
up on that.
I took the wheels to Snail Motorsports, and they powder coated them and matched the body color, and I think they work pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
So that's toy box number 2.
Okay, toy box number 2.
Here's toy box number 1.
All right. Yeah, this is your Honda, but it's designed to look like your El Camino.
Yeah, 1993 Honda VFR 750F. It's got all the accents that the El Camino has with the black and the white, red accents on the wheels. I have a little custom trailer, and I mount that on the trailer behind the El Camino. And head to the car show. Head to the car show.
I love where your mind is going with all your builds and your themes you have going. It's just, I love how you just customize everything. Tell me more here.
1928. Ford Model A, Tudor, T-U-D-O-R, Tudor, coupe, not a two-door. A lot of people say two-door, it's Tudor. And obviously it's chopped and channeled. It's got a 383 Chevy Stroker up front with Sanderson Zoomy exhaust, Ford 9-inch rear end, turbo 350.
Who does the paintwork on this?
They signed it. The previous owner did the paintwork and did that Rat Fink logo.
And that's all done by hand, right? Yeah. It's not a sticker.
And if you look at the license plate, the logo for the Golden Knights is actually the letter V. The helmet, can you see the V? So it's villain. And then my white one is Vixen. So it's like his and hers, villain and Vixen.
I never even thought of using the V to start on the Golden Knights plates.
So the steering on this came out of a dirt car, like a World of Outlaws sprint car. That's that steering mechanism that comes out of sprint cars. And it's got suicide doors, so you can get in easy.
Easy access.
Power windows, if you can believe that.
Right there, huh?
Right there, power windows. I've got the battery disconnected so it won't drain.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're sitting a couple inches off the ground, and there's your stereo. Right out the windshield, and there's your air conditioning right there.
Right there, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah, you can actually turn the distributor while you're driving.
Inside?
Sure. It's got a removable steering wheel, so you can do what you just did.
You were down low.
Really low. So you lean back and
there's not much room over here.
you can't be the first car at a stoplight because you can't see the light unless you look at the side one. So you wait for the guy next to you to go.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
No.
You're this is all you're seeing right here.
You either stay back or you wait for the guy
This has
to
got to
go.
be a fun ride, though.
Oh, it's a blast.
All right, where to next?
The backyard, we got some more toys. We got some more toy boxes.
What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this episode so far? What do you think of Bud's collection? Thank you for watching, by the way. Subscribe to the channel, be a part of the Cars, Shops, and Collections family. This, too, is what we saw out at the car show. This was attached to your El Camino, right? Was this the trailer we saw?
Yep, it holds matching wheels. It holds 5 Honda Mini Trail 50 custom mini bikes.
All right.
And I tote behind the El Camino to car shows, and it's back here today. So this is a family heirloom. Our family's owned this car since 1980. It was my father's, and he towed it behind his motorhome with my mom when they went camping. And after he passed away, my mom said, I sold it to them.
Yeah.
She said, you want your car back? I go, I sure do. So it's a 1967 VW, lowered. The engine, you're going to see a theme with me. Red and black and white.
This is special.
Yeah, that's the top end of that's off a 911 Porsche. That whole fan and generator area, dual carbs. If you'll push on the button, open the door, the whole inside is white leather and Mexican blanket.
Yeah, wow. Such a beach vibe.
Yeah, and so that's my 67.
This is special, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said, would you ever sell that? And I'd say, nope,
No.
I'm not gonna sell that.
This is really, what's on, oh, is it covered here on the,
Yeah, a whole hood bra.
look at that.
Yeah. The paint underneath it's nice, but I saw that and I hadn't seen one before, so.
Yeah, it was strapped in down here.
Yeah,
Leather
that's
straps?
keep the wind from grabbing in case the latch lets go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's functional, but for the most part, it's, you know, to look good.
For show, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really cool look.
People, and every time I drive this, they're like, man, this thing looks like it should be on Pacific Coast Highway,
Yeah.
you know, down by Huntington Beach or
Beach
Newport.
Boys playing, sure.
Yeah, so.
500?
Yep, 500. Yeah.
That's cool. And that caught my eye too.
This is a 1972
What the heck?
Super Beetle that has been chopped,
Yeah.
and it's on airbags, disc brakes, suicide doors. The windows are gone. The dash, you got to see the inside of this car.
Can you see the inside jeans with it?
Let's see, what color would it be?
That's red.
It got to be red. Bomber seats.
What did you do to give it? Looks like we have more space. Anything here in the back to give it more space?
Well, there used to be a bench seat.
Yeah.
It's always a bench seat in the back of a Beetle, but the bench seat's gone, and the battery's now up front, and matching bucket seats in the back.
Because when we did the Herbie the Love Bug edition, we had one, and we sat.
much room.
No, we sat in the back seat for a ride along.
Yeah.
We couldn't move back there. This is it's spacious back here.
Yeah. But when you take the fenders off of Volkswagen and extend the front end out, they're considered Volksrods.
Okay, so
it's an actual style
Is
of
it?
Volkswagen in the custom world, and so when you don't see fenders and you see the front tires no longer centered in the wheel opening,
Yeah.
and they're sticking out, that's a
Volksrod,
Volksrod, yeah. And we got that from the hot rod world, but you can see that's all hot rod suspension. Hot Wheels, yeah. But all the suspension isn't Volkswagen. All that's like off a 32 Ford
Okay.
hot rod, wide whites, and all my motors have a theme. You think we know what the theme is by now?
If we're catching on, is it blue?
Yeah, it's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's real loud.
An exhaust too.
Yeah. And that'll get your attention.
I'm sure.
I always almost have to put cones around the back when people are walking because their eyes are up
yeah,
looking.
I'm sure, yeah.
And then
Hit
poof,
the
trip.
trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So red windows, even the windshield's red, tinted red. Some people, when they see this next one, purists will go, how did you hack up a part of history? Because the oval window Volkswagen Beetle was only made for 5 years.
All right.
So if you have a oval window, kind of rare. If you have a full sliding ragtop oval window, super rare.
Yeah.
And if you cut it up, they want to take you behind the woodshed. But if the whole bottom is either destroyed by rust or a wreck, there's not much you can do. So it took three cars to build this car.
Whoa.
The top is original 56.
So this is the window you're talking about? The oval window?
It's called
all right.
and the really old ones have a thing down the middle. They're called split windows.
All right.
And then when it takes up the whole back, it's called the big window, and that's from 59 till today.
Okay.
But from the trim piece on the side down, so the quarters and the doors
Yeah.
are from a 62. So the top's a 56, the sides are a 62, but the pan, the chassis, is a 64.
This is a Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's Frankenstein, so that's why it's called chopped up. So this, that other one was full leather and bomber seats. This one, guess what color? Red and black and gray. And this is all tweed.
The front side of it, this is like a monster, man. This is neat.
And you got the rag top on there. That's cool.
Yep, full sliding rag top, and the wheels are true spoke. You don't balance them like a car tire. You take them to a motorcycle shop, and they put them on a machine and they true them.
Do they really?
Like your bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are true 32 Ford style wheels.
JC's peeking under the.
And it's either a 250 or a 125.
250. The 125 was next
In
door.
the door, yeah.
What year is this? 80s?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Gene?
It's really cool.
This is a very eclectic episode, going from the El Camino to your collection of bugs.
And do we have a guess on what color?
Red for the win. Watch it be a twist and be like green. Nice.
The other bug at the collector, we have the Stinger. This one, we cut it and then bent it around.
I was gonna say, talk to me about the exhaust here.
Yeah.
This is so twisted.
Me and a guy at work, we...
Everybody is amazed right here.
Yeah, that is where you get to hear the collector. Then you can have a side muffler, you can have a Stinger like I have on the other car. This, we had a piece of pipe and we baloney cutted it and did U-turns and put cherry bomb glass packs and aimed it back the other way. Just because no one else has ever done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. People ask me, well, if you get rear-ended, they're going to hit the exhaust. I go, if I get rear-ended, there's going to be a whole lot more go wrong than just the exhaust.
Don't worry about the exhaust.
Yeah, forget about the exhaust. They just destroyed the car.
I like how it says stop in there.
Yeah, those are actually
yeah.
32 Ford truck lights. The tail lights off a 32 Ford truck. And disc brakes are from a Porsche.
Okay.
Or Porsche.
Porsche, yeah.
Porsche, yeah.
Yeah.
So because it took so many cars to build this, I called it chopped up.
And your goal is you're going to make a calendar, right? We have enough cars to make a calendar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I finish the white 28 Ford, and then there's a 70 Volksrod around the corner that's already chopped and shaved door handles and no windows. When I finish that, that'll be number 12.
Okay, and there's our calendar.
I have a friend who's a cartoonist, and he cartoons all of my cars, and these will be the images that we make the calendar out of. This is the cartoon we did of the El Camino.
That's great, man. So even with the Hot Wheels logo that you have on it?
So this is going into kind of like Red Rock or into Sedona.
Yeah. Red Rock, Vegas, it's the mountains to the west of us.
But every car we just walked around has its own cartoon. Different backgrounds, different themes, but this will be the actual calendar.
Well, for your watching, we'll have some fun. Rank them. What was your favorite? Leave us a comment what your favorite was. My heart is with the El Camino. I love everything else you showed me. I just think, though, this is just the build you did to it, the condition it's in. It's just an absolutely incredible, incredible car.
One thing about El Caminos, the amount of trim.
Yeah.
These little corner pieces, these corner pieces, 50 years, they get dinged up, they get pitted, they get missing, and they're very hard to replace, but this car has them all.
Bud, this has been a treat, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll have to come. Have to come back and do the mini bikes inside. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Bike edition. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That was great. If you want your car, shop, or collection featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carssshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carssshopsandcollections@gmail.com. And thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.
This is what happens before we roll.